Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Chord Dave. This is Chord Dave Live, number 134, which is cool. Thanks for joining me. It's super cool to see y'all. We're going to talk about lots of stuff, and we're going to do most of it talking about guitars and guitar related topics, I suppose. And we will not be looking back in anger if we did not get Oasis tickets, because who really, it's all good. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Uh, Seen lots of crazy things on the internet today about that. Let me know if you have any stories if you want to, and we'll see. Anyways, it's 10 p.m. Irish time, which means, as always, it's time to toast the week. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever you're drinking, whether it be tea, coffee, water, or one of these things, sláinte it, my friend. Yes, indeed. We're still on the strap ramen, strap ramen. Well, someday I'll learn how to say things. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me. Lots of things. I want to start off with an apology in the show today because I went on a bit of a rant last week and I was speaking about people buying subscribers for their YouTube channel and how it makes the guitar YouTube space look a bit crap, and how it's damaging to the community. I do believe those things, but I think I went a bit hard in terms of maybe calling out channels. I didn't name anybody or intend to give any hints as to who I was talking about, but I think possibly went a little bit too far. So if anybody who was watching was offended by what I said, I do apologize. It wasn't intended as a direct attack on anybody. But also, don't be buying subscribers for your channels, dudes. It's not cool. Now, there's some good dudes out there who are doing great work, who are not doing such things. Um, and it's very frustrating to be one of those people. I mean, I don't put as much work into my YouTube anymore. You guys know that, because I don't put out as many videos. But there are people who are putting out great videos, and I think they deserve better. So I went too hard last week. I apologize, and if I offended you as a viewer of these channels or any channels, or the channels themselves, it wasn't intentional. So there you go. Just want to say that, get it off right out the bat. Anyways, let me tell you which channels. No, I'm just kidding. But definitely, you won't be seeing me doing that anyway. Scott Bogfoot says, cheers all. Good to see you being numero uno again, Scott. Thank you so much for all you do. Formerly known as T is here as well, as is Rob F and Apvo, nice and early as well. Apvo says, I left my guitar near the window when the sun may have damaged the guitar. I feel a difference, but can't believe it. Was it in the window for long? I don't know. Like, if it's not a long time, I don't think it should be too much of an issue. I mean, guitar stores would leave their guitars in windows for years, and that's where you get like the aging of the lacquer and stuff speeding up and changing colors and things like that. So hopefully it'll be okay. Lots of questions there. Rob F asking, is it a hollow body or semi or solid body? And Rob was going off to practice before Dave time. Good stuff, Rob. Hope you're back. Thanks so much. Abba, you saying you're acoustic. I mean, I'm not an expert and that sort of thing. If it wasn't a long time, I think you'd probably be all right. Let me see, what else have we got here? T says, I'm noodling on an acoustic. Nice, man. I do like acoustic noodles from time to time. Scott Bogwood says, new guitar day for me. Got a 6-string JS32 Jackson Warrior got boring black, but I'm covering in yellow anyway to make a Dave Davidson Revocation tribute guitar to go with my real one. Nice, man. Nice. I think it's a very cool thing to turn your black guitar yellow. Good luck with it. I appreciate your efforts in ridding the guitar world of one more boring guitar. As formerly known as, he says, is that a shredding machine, Scott? I would imagine so. DMAC is here. Great to see you, DMAC. Hope you're good, man. Says, hey everyone. Hey back. Hope all's good. And Scott says, oh yeah, if you don't know Revocation, check out Empire of the Obscene. It's the most amazing thing ever. It's a wild claim, Scott, but the most amazing thing ever. was 3 Chord Dave Live 1, 2, 3. I think we should all agree on that. Uh, how do you guys keep letting me do live shows every week? Like, this is 130th. I can't believe I got past 4. Never mind. It's all good. I'm glad to be here most weeks. Richard Clark says, "Hey, I've actually put some UV film on my windows of my studio so I don't have to worry. I know how forgetful I am." That's a good idea if you can do it. Yeah, absolutely. Um, that's pretty cool. I never would have thought of that, to be quite honest. DMAX says, "New gear for me is a Pod Express. I regretted getting rid of my HX stump. The Pod Express scratches that itch, but at a quarter of the price. Digging it so far." Very cool, man. I have no idea what it does or doesn't do, because I've never looked at them too hard. I need Colin from Guitaristas to do a video about those sort of things, so that I will understand them a little bit better. If you haven't caught Colin's video even for this week, do make sure you check it out either on YouTube or his VHX channel. You can find a link to that on his channel. It's worth it. There's a lot of really good. Like, Colin makes great YouTube videos. It's even better on his channel. The other thing, the VHX channel. Because you get no ads and you get no interruptions whatsoever, and you get additional content. And unlike me, he pumps out the additional content. So just giving him an L push there. Colin's cool, love him. Who else have we got? Oh, we got Richard. That was Richard Clark. Yeah, good stuff. Says, "Did you guys catch Phil's premiere of the Engel 220?" I nearly said 2.0. It's been one of those weeks. I've been waiting to get an amplified Nation, but I think I may have that Engel in the meantime. Haven't seen it, and it would probably just, I mean, it would probably go over my head. But DMAX says the new Engel looks cool, so that's interesting. And T says, "I missed that, but I'll have a look at it later." And also says, "Congrats on the new gear to Scott," which is very nice. New guitar, in fact. DMAX says, "Still have to watch Phil's video. Brian Wampler had a good demo of it also. Very cool." Who else have we got? Rob F says, "Yes, the Engel looks interesting. Not exactly my perfect amp sound match, but still a great looking and sounding amp nonetheless." Interesting. Yeah, again, I've said this a lot of times. I haven't really dug into amps too much, but when I do, I'll be coming to you guys for lots of advice. But yeah, I'm hoping. I do have to move out of here within 2 months. 2 months from today, I have to move out of here. So in that time, when I hopefully will be moving to somewhere more rural, so that I have more space and time, maybe not time but space, I will look to get somewhat of a better amplifier, so that I can just piss off sheep and cows. That doesn't matter. People are more grumpier, so I try not to annoy them as much. Anyways, formerly known as T says, "Flip it. I'm opening a beer." We had a couple of hot days here. Yeah, man, it was nice weather for weirdly for the last couple of days. Did manage to step outside into the old vitamin D yesterday afternoon, so that was good. It was good fun. Rabav says, "One would hope my typing got better now that I'm using a computer keyboard." Obviously, that's not the case. You'll get warmed up, Rob. It's all good. It's all good, man. You're one of the better ones, so it's all. Scott says, "Anyone new here, welcome. You'll have to subscribe and wait 1 minute before you can chat on the best chat on YouTube." That's true as well. Yeah, I should have mentioned that at the start. Make sure you hit all the buttons, all the like buttons, the subscribe button. If you're not subscribed, you can't chat to us. And if it's your first 3 Chord Dave or your fifth and you haven't talked to us yet, please come and say hello, because all the people here are pretty cool. Well, most of them. There's a few dodgy people, but we'll steer you clear of them. Rob F says, "New gear since last week. A 5-way Strat switch for my youngest's 3/4 scale Squire. Gave it the pickups and pots from my Affinity's old pickguard. Rewired it with a proper cap. But needed a good switch." Very good, Rob. A nice little project as well, just to get the old skills going. It's a very cool little thing to do. Nice upgrades. Ryan Byrne is here. Great to see you, Ryan. Hope you're well, man. And Ryan says, "How's everyone?" Well, I'm doing all right. Definitely better than I was the last couple of live streams. Last week I was at 70%, or I think. I'm in the 90s now, right now, so that's pretty good. Heading back to 1000%. Rob F says, "I started with coffee and Irish an hour ago. Just refilled my coffee cup with the whiskey." Very nice. Yeah, that's how you do it. It's like, So proud. Skywalker says, I was okay until I decided to come outside to watch the show. I thought that said snow. I was like, really? Snow already? Anyway, T says, the beer flowing, all is well. I mean, with the sunshine and everything. It was a good sunny day again today. Yeah, it was nice. Rob F says, hello, Ryan. Good day. Other than dishes, I play guitar all day. Nice. Like it. Like it very much. Yeah, I had a bit of a noodle around myself earlier on a guitar. I mean, before that's picked up in a different way. Anyways, sounds like Rob's doing okay. He says, D-Mac. Indeed, it does. Let me see. Rob says, I'm feeling no pain, D-Mac, and I don't care if I mess up the chord transitions anymore, at least until morning. There you go. That's the way to be. Got a nice little buzz on. It's all good. D-Mac says, I played guitar all morning and spent most of the afternoon in a guitar store. Nice. Yeah, you're having a good day. It's all good. And then 3 Chord Dave Live comes on. Well, that's just the way it is. Everything can't be perfect. Scott Bogfoot has again mixed up the genre of this channel. Says my hydrangeas are stupid. Why bloom when it is stormy, windy season? Stupid idiot, bloom earlier. I mean, we could give you gardening advice. It would probably not be good. As far as I'm aware, most guitarists don't have the greenest of fingers. Well, at least not for those reasons, gardening reasons. So let's just leave it at that. Rob F says, DMAC, that monthly cruise payment to see Social D next year is really putting a crimp in my new guitar fund. Did order a couple of speaker cables and 1/4-inch plugs from Runway Audio this week. Very nice. Yeah, hey, listen, the cruise will be worth it though, and it's going to be super cool. I'm looking forward to hearing your tales from the cruise once you return. I'm sure it's going to be great and definitely well worth it. Scott says, has any of you compared a Jackson King V, a Randy Rhoads V, and a Concord V all together? No, I have not. I'm sure someone has. Maybe. I don't know. That sounds like a massive YouTube video kind of undertaking for somebody. Ben Allmark says, good evening, folks. I hope everyone's doing well. Good to see you, Ben. Hope you're well, my friend. Thanks for joining us. As always, it's great to see you in the chat. And I see Ben on a lot of channels in the chat supporting YouTube channels. And I just want to say, super cool to see. And all you guys, when you're out there and you're watching YouTube stuff, say hello to each other. 3 Chord Dave Army and all that sort of stuff. And say stuff like, hey, I'm in the best guitar community on YouTube, the 3 Chord Dave Army. And just, let people know they should come and check us out on a Saturday. I know a lot of you guys do that anyway, and I appreciate it so much. But yeah, I see a lot of you guys in other chats. 9 times out of 10, I am skulking in the background. But I don't want to distract from people's. I was in one live stream once and people just started talking to me instead of the host, and I don't want that to happen. Honestly, I'd be a little bit pissed off if it happened in my stream. Let's say Phil McKnight came in here and everyone was like throwing questions at Phil McKnight. I'd be like, hey, get your own live stream, dude. And then he'd be like, I already have one. So anyways, I lost a load of comments. That's why I'm filling for time here. There we go. I'm back up with the hydrangeas. We got some folks saying, hey, Ben. DMAX, the store I was in still had a Gibson Les Paul and SG Tributes, prices marked down. One Les Paul played great and marked down further with a small chunk out of the corner of the headstock. Character. Yeah, absolutely. It's nothing if you can get it for a good price, man. Those are good guitars. Rob F says, Scott, I'm a deprived child, or is that depraved? I've never played a V. Vs are great, man. And honestly, like, I can only put it from a point of view that I didn't ever think I would like a flying V myself, and then when it arrived, I was like, this is potentially the best guitar in the world. I still prefer my SG, and currently right now I have the soft spot for the ES345, but I still go back to the V and think every time I pick it up, I'm like, this is so much better than I thought it would be. It's such a beautiful, great, comfortable guitar. I would say try one out if you can. If you ever get the chance, try it out. If you're going to sit with it, don't sit with it on top of your knee. Put it between your legs. Feels like that was not the right thing to say. But sit it like, just sit with it between your yeah. Don't put it on top of your knee. Put it in between. There you go. And it's more comfortable. You'll get used to it after about 5 minutes, and it's kick ass. Honestly, V's are great. As Scott Bogman says, V and X guitars are where it's at. They're fun as well. And if you're standing up with a strap on, if you're playing standing up with a strap on the guitar, you will be you'll have a lot of fun. They're great guitars. And I honestly I bought one. I bought because it was my 40th birthday coming up. A couple of years ago, I bought the Flying V because it was made the day after my birthday, and I was like, I'm never getting any closer to my birthday because they didn't work on Sundays in 1982. I don't know if they do now, but so there wasn't going to be a guitar stamped on my actual birthday, so that's why I bought it. I was like, if it's crap, or I don't like it, I'll sell it again. It'll keep its value. It's gone up in value, so I will. I'll still keep it though. But at the time, I was like a gamble. But when I took it out of the case straight away, I was like, this is amazing. So there you go. Flying V's, they have my full support. Flying V versus SG. Someone needs to combine them. Anyways, formerly known as T says to Rob, I'm predicting a new guitar day for you soon. Nice. I didn't know you were kind of a mystic, T. So that's good to know. Good. I got some questions. DMAX says, no, didn't buy it. It's still there for a few weeks. Who knows? There you go. There you go. Keep your eye on it. T says, I've been to the future. You will have a Flying V. I like that kind of futurism, T. If you could also drop me a line about some future questions I have. Are you any good at going into the past? Never mind visiting the future. There's a couple of things I need sorted out from a couple of years ago. One person I need to go and punch in the face, but he's very far away. So anyway, it's a long story. Rob F says, D-Mac, it's a little Stevens Underground garage cruise. 4 days rock and roll with 20 plus bands. That's next May. Very nice, man. Very, very nice. I think, yeah, you've told us about that before. Next May is a long way away, so I'm excited for you though. Benny Larson, great to see you, sir. Hope all is good in the land of Denmark, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, hope you're doing well, Benny. Great to have you with us in the chat. Formerly known as T says, I just started playing a 134. The bearded one is at the door. All right, I guess, as Eric Ludinger suggests, that was 20 minutes ago, which is nice. So I'm only 20 minutes into the chat. As far as YouTube's telling me, I'm about halfway through the chat. I'm probably not that close, but it's all good. I like the way it's going so far tonight. I've made several accidental innuendos, and we'll see how that goes the rest of the night. Usually if it starts as accidentals, they come out and you guys rip the crap out of me for the rest of the day. So we'll see how it goes. See if you caught them all. Number one is here, says, hello all, great to see you. Eric number one, hope you're doing well, my friend. Thanks so much for joining us. My good buddy Steve Cassidy Guitar says, hello Dave and pals, hope everyone's great. Yeah, nice to see you, Steve. Hope you are adjusting well to life back in school. I presume you guys have gone back to school in Scotland. I don't know, but I did see all the school kids back to school this week here, so I presume that's what's happening. What's his name? Steve does teaches guitar in a school and stuff like that. And he also makes great YouTube videos. Check him out. Especially like his live streams are very cool. He took some ideas from a really cool YouTuber and made them better. So there you go. I got a super chat from some young chap called Muddy H2O. It's for 5 buckaroos. It says, did somebody say strap on? And there's got a couple of emojis that are suggestive. Good to have you with us as always, Muddy. I appreciate your candor. Is that the right word? I don't know. Anyways, formerly known as T says to Rob, what guitar are you bringing on the cruise? That's a great question. That's a great question. Can you bring guitars on cruises? I've always wondered about that one that Joe Bonamassa does. Like, how far out at sea would they realize who I am and throw me off overboard? And would I get my guitars back? That'd be an interesting. It's not a Gibson cruise, so I probably wouldn't get thrown off quite so soon. I do want to repair my relationship with Joe Bonamassa at some point in the future. I'm sure he still thinks we're good buddies. It's all good. It's because I criticized his signature guitar once. Doesn't mean I hate him, you know. Anyway, solid vids, Steve. Gear Street looked fun. Indeed. Rob F says, "Hello, Steve Cassidy Guitar. Good to see you. Uh, good to see you here. Will you be able to stay for a while and chat?" And Benny Larson says, "Yay, it's three chord day." Uh, so I feel when I see you, Benny. Yay, it's Benny Larson. Um, yeah, so the whole I was thinking about this because Steve's a very cool YouTuber. I really enjoy his content, and he did go to 42 Gear Street, and I was watching his videos thinking, I feel like I would be very, very just antisocial at such an event. Because I just, I'm not what do you call it? I'm not antisocial. I'm not afraid of people. I just like to get my own space every couple of hours. So I go to the pub, I'll go hang out, I'll go have a meal with people, but being around the same people every day, um, just would frustrate me, I think. Unless I really like them. And with so many people, there'd be people I wouldn't like. So, anyways, I don't know. Maybe I'll go next year if Henning is so kind to invite me. But yeah, it looks cool, man. It looks cool. It looks like you got to have a lot of fun. Uh, I just wonder about my mental state of being around people all the time because I've worked from home for a long time, just by myself all day, and then when I do see people, I'm like, ugh, people. So, so yeah, I'm not I'm not super looking forward to being around people most of the time. But I will say I can put up with them in small doses. So maybe 3 4 days I can do. Even when I went to Nam, I was like I'd spend like the morning there, then I'd go away for a couple of hours and then come back for a couple of hours in the afternoon. I wasn't sticking around the crowds all the time. Uh, but that's another question. Nam is looking very interesting next year. The stuff they're doing, expanding the show and everything looks pretty interesting. So we'll talk more about that in the next few weeks, I think. Richard Clark says, "Who has figured out the opening and closing Three Gore Dave songs and plays along? I like jam along with the closing tune. It's pretty simple." Nice, man. That's very cool. Yeah, I don't know what the songs are or where they came from. I presume I think I got them off the YouTube audio library, which anyone can use for free on YouTube. Pretty sure that's right. I don't think I paid for them or anything, so they're just off the YouTube thing that I can use for free. When it comes to playing them, that's interesting. I never even thought of doing that. So there you go. But yeah, nice. I'm glad you enjoy the music. Uh, Something like I like to leave it on. I Here's the secret. I can't hear the music. So when the opening music and the end music on the live stream, I can't hear them. So I don't even know what they sound. I haven't heard them in a long time. Uh, so there we go. There's a little secret for you. Uh, so, anyways, I'll try and listen back to it because when I'm rewatching the stream, I always know whenever I say, "All right, see you, good luck," whatever, do the all sign off thing. I'll be back in another guitar related video, all that stuff. I just turn it off then because I know that's the end of the show. So maybe I should listen next time. Who knows? T says, Rico Dave, how much were Oasis tickets going for? Great question. So I think they were going for like about 100 and so okay. I think they're about €90 for like a standing pitch ticket, and then they were 180 for something else. I don't know if they're having like a gold circle. That was like 180. There's 180 something for some sort of ticket. Those are the standard prices. And then I saw that Ticketmaster started charging in demand ticket prices. So those tickets went to €415. Now, as a 90s kid, I grew up in the 90s listening to Blur, Oasis, Pulp, Cast, who else? Like the Happy Mondays, Black Grape, Supergrass, Stereophonics, all those kind of bands. I don't know who's supporting Oasis yet. Obviously, that hasn't come out, but it would be a nice nostalgic trip to go and just pretend I'm like 16 again, 15, 14 even, and just bopping around to Oasis. But those kind of prices, man. If Zeppelin were playing and they were $400, I'd be like, begrudgingly spending all my money on tickets. So just buy all the tickets. Yeah, I'd pay it for Zeppelin. I would not pay it for anybody else. Um, I would bitch and moan about paying it for Zeppelin, but I would pay it for them. Um, just if Robert Plant is out there, if Zeppelin did a reunion, and I know you guys are getting old now, so now's the time to do it. I would pay whatever you charged. Um, anyways, it's a whole other thing. Marja is here. Great to see you, Marja. I hope you're doing well. Says, hey, sorry, I'm a little tardy. Thought that said nerdy. My eyes, man, are just not working. Um, number one says I was not offended. In fact, I've identified a couple of channels using the clues you provided. It annoys me. Thanks, number one. Yeah, listen, I wasn't trying to attack channels. Sometimes I think I can come across like I'm attacking channels if I say stuff like that, and I didn't mean to. Some people are fans of channels in such a way where they will get offended by it. That's what I mean. So I just don't want anyone to feel like I was attacking them or their tastes or their channels or whatever. But yeah, there's a few of them out there doing it, and it's I actually noticed something today on one of the channels because it is something that bugs me too, sir. And this is quite funny. And I don't think I can explain it without giving away who the channel is. So I'm not going to explain it very well. But let's just say if I had rapid growth on my channel, and let's say that rapid growth just stopped. I hit a certain number and I stopped growing. No more subscribers. That would be a little bit unusual. Because normally what happens is you grow because you're getting popular and you're getting seen by more people and the scale is going, I mean, the thing is backwards because, so I have to try and do it backwards. You're going up because more people are watching, they're watching more of the video. So a 10-minute video, you're getting more people staying all the way through the video, and then you get more people subscribing and blah, 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 and it goes up, and then so you have more views, more subscribers, and it keeps going like that. I noticed in one channel today, they hit a milestone and then they got no more subscribers for weeks. Not one more subscriber for weeks. All right, come on. And listen, if you want to do it, do it. It's your thing, but you're not, eventually you're just going to look stupid. Everyone's going to figure it out. Again, no offense to anybody. But I would say, it just shows that you're untrustworthy. If people figure it out, they're going to be like, this dude's not trustworthy anymore. So don't do it. There's a lot of people who are not trustworthy out there, so you don't want to be lumped in with them. Rob F says, I saw Oasis at one of the last outdoor festivals I attended. Would have been the first half of the 90s. I was still at U of Maryland. Nice, man. So that would have been, first half of the 90s. That was when they kicked off. It was a great time to be a music fan. For me, I was into those bands, man. It was cool. Steve Cassidy says, Rob F, yeah, mate, attempting to multitask too, though. Multitasking is my speciality. I always have about 6 or 7 things to do. Money, I'm not saying the name of any channels. Even if you are saying you're welcome, I'd say grow some plums, but you like Oasis. We already know it's not possible. I'm not, again, see, if I was to say what channels I'm talking about, somebody will get upset and we'll go back and say it to that channel or those channels. And then I get like a lot of abuse from that YouTube channel and their supporters. So while you're quite generous with your super chats, sir, and I appreciate you, I will neither confirm or deny any channel that you suggest. And also, in terms of Oasis, I was a fairly sized fan in the 90s, but when it was Blur versus Oasis, I was on Blur's side. So I've seen Blur like several times live, and I've never seen Oasis. So there you go. So yeah, they wouldn't be my first pick to go see live, but a bit of crack. And I have an awful funny feeling the Stereophonics are going to support them, and I did really like the Stereophonics back in the day because they were very much a guitar-driven band. Kelly from the Stereophonics played in SG all the time, which is great. Although I wasn't super into SGs at the time. Now I am. So, anyways, Mark says, "Wait, Dave offending someone is news. He always offends us, and we love him for it." Well, listen, offending people is a speciality, even if I don't intend to do it. I'm trying really hard to turn over a new leaf and be a better. I've been self-reflecting for a couple of years on things that I do and say and how they can impact people, you know. So I'm just trying to bring that to the channel and say, look, I didn't mean to offend you, but if I did, you're welcome. Scott Bagwell says, anyone ever hear of someone putting a guitar body in a solarium bed? To what end? Give it a suntan? I don't know. Yeah, I haven't really. Would that where I suppose that would work, right? For something. Hello, Marcia says, Rob, missed you the last couple of weeks. Not quite the same chat without your contributions. There you go. There you go. It is indeed. Richard Clark says, Dave's worried about offending people, and yet he comes in here smelling like that. Sir, how dare you? I showered at least once this week already, so. My beard got a good cleaning this afternoon, so it's all good. Greg McFadden's here. Great to see you, Greg. Hope you were well. Says, cheers, Dave and the gang. Yeah, absolutely. Glenn says, did Dave just offend me like a black guitarist? Yes, Glenn, I did. I'm going to go on the offensive, but that's a 2025 thing about boring guitars. So it's my New Year's resolution this year will be to rid the world of boring guitars. So I'm coming for you. I see. Wait a minute. My knees hurt. Yes, there you go. Hope you're doing well, he says. Great to see you, my knees hurt. I hope you are well. And you know what? When I see you in the chat, I always want to say, Sláinte, my friend, thank you so much for joining us. It's always great to see you in the chat with us. Number one with, hey, Marcia, don't worry. You'll be a big tardy when you grow up. Nice play on. I'm a little tardy. I like it. Very good. By the way, Glenn Bailey, great to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Scott Boggs says, anyone listens to Empire of the Obscene, I instantly respect 3 times more than previously. What if they listen to it twice? So, just wondering. Rob F says, understood, Steve, Cassidy Guitar. What you are really saying is that you were pretending to be an operating system and dealing with the overhead from interrupts and context switches. Yeah. By the way, Steve Cassidy Guitars, check out his, his channel. Did a video this week unboxing a new Jet guitar. Looks pretty sweet. Sounds pretty sweet, even with just the in-room mic, his lav mic, which is cool. Yeah, I like to look at the guitar, man. It looks cool. Good job. Looking forward to your full review of it. Who else have we got? Ads make me stabby. My knees hurt. They've been making me pretty stabby this week as well. I hate them. But there you go. It's yeah, they've been such terrible things. The ads lately. I keep getting ads for quit smoking, and what's the other one I've been getting constantly? It's quit smoking and you're about to become a parent. Here's some information that you're going to need to know. Neither of those things apply to me. I haven't been searching things related to them. I haven't been talking about those things. So I don't know why YouTube's wants to advertise those things to me. Basically, I think advertising spend on YouTube is just a big waste of money, because you can be advertising to literally anybody. People are not interested in your product or your service or whatever it is. So it's a whole other story. I mean, I know I get paid from those ads, but like, Jesus. Not the ones I watch, just unfortunately, because I'd be making lots of money. Benny says, hey guys, bear with me, but I'm cooking late right now. Sir, I like food. Tell us what you're cooking. Remember Chris used to come in and like tell us all the food that he was eating, and then he had an argument with someone in the chat, and he was like, I'm never coming to this chat again, and then he didn't. I miss Chris telling us what he was making food-wise. It was great. Come back, Chris, if you're watching at any points. Come back. We miss you, man. Nella says, hey all, I made it. Good to see you, Nella. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Always great to have you with us. Steve Cassidy Guitar says to Rob F, yep, that's what I said. Which is nice to see. Who else have we got here? Greg McFadden says, had a gig tonight and they cancelled a couple of weeks ago. Then just called a few minutes ago, wanted to know if I was available. No, it's a rare full live episode of Dave. Wow, thanks, man. I appreciate that. And yeah, I don't think anyone's ever cancelled a gig for me before or refused a gig even last minute for me. So I'm touched. By the way, I don't know if everyone knows this, but Nam are looking for bands to play at the it's not festival, the Nam show this year. Anyone with a band can apply. I have all the details. If anyone wants to reach out to me, I will happily send it to you. Once I can get back into my email, I can't get into my email. So if you're one of those sponsors waiting for a video, I apologize. I will be. I will be able to get back into it hopefully this week. But yeah, if you want to play now, if you even want to just apply to try, see if you get selected, let me know because you got time. I think by the end of September you got to apply. But yeah, anyone, doesn't matter if you're long in the business or not, you can apply. They sent it out in an email a couple of weeks ago now, and I forgot to mention it, I think. So yeah, if you're interested, let me know. It's a very cool opportunity, perhaps. And I think if you get selected, you also get full access to the NAM show for the 5 days it's going to be this year. It's kind of like 3 days of events, and then the show is on for 3 days. DMAX says Colin's video this week was great. That Nobles pedal is really good. Plus, I've been really liking the Squire Sonic tellies I've played. Yeah, DMAX, listen, Colin makes great videos. He's one of the best, and I dig his stuff. And he's done something a little bit different. The pedal side of things was interesting. And of course, he had to get himself a new guitar. So yeah, interesting. It'd be good to see what he does with it, to be honest. With that guitar when he does some more in-depth reviews type stuff with it. When insert says, Dave, what beer are you drinking? The lettering is too fancy. I cannot read it. It is called Staropramen. It is from the Czech Republic. Staropramen. That's what I'm going with. It's probably pronounced Budweiser or some shit. I don't know. But it is yeah, it's very nice actually. It's first time. It's not the first time I've had it. This is like the third live stream in a row I've had it. I think it's very nice though. Quite enjoying it, even if my glass is dropping. What do you call it? Water on the table on me. But there you go. My knees hurt. Hope that helps. Quite enjoying it actually. I might top up the old glass there while we're at it because we are not even halfway through the show and the beer's halfway gone. So wouldn't want Glenn being all like, "Oh my God, Dave finished his beer." It would rock his world too much. So, let me see. Marshall says, I was listening one of the times, the other time I couldn't make it. Well, it's okay. We'll let you off 1 week out of 52 per year. At least you got to listen to the other one. Glenn says, that's okay. My knees hurt. Dave can't pronounce it. Yeah. I'm Irish. I can't pronounce anything. Should hear me trying to speak French. Anyways, my knees hurt. I'm trying to talk myself out of buying a bass amp. Next to the guitar store is a fancy beer store. Nice, man. Fancy beer is good sometimes. So is regular beer. Marsha says, I've had aid probs. Lost one I had for 4.5 years. Got herself fired because she went mental and made me sick 3 times. Another is on medical leave. Well, there you go. It's quite eventful over there, I see. Well, hopefully all's good with you now. Nella says, ironically, 2 months from today, my IT job is being outsourced. Damn, man, that is yeah, IT. I mean, as you know, I've worked in IT a little bit, and it's a pain in the ass when they do that. Yeah, one job I had, actually, I think it was Apple did this, and they were like, "We're basically outsourcing your job to like India or somewhere, and those people are going to be trained up in 2 weeks, and they're going to take all of this stuff, and you're just going to deal." I then moved to another department, but everyone else was freaking out, like thinking that they were going to get fired. They didn't, but yeah, they definitely. And the people they outsourced it to caused more problems because they had 2 weeks training. They didn't know anything. So, anyways, yeah, it's a whole thing. I'm not getting into it. I'm not going to get stressed out about Apple when I don't work there anymore. It was like 2.5 years ago. Number 1 says, anybody interested in the new Dimebag Warhead Mini? The glow in the dark sold out instantly, but I was able to pre-order the black one. Should be a sweet high gain amp. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's my cup of tea, to be honest. Amp wise, I'm probably very vanilla. Um, Marcia says, I also have to move because my landlord of 5 years also lost her mind with my lease. It's been nuts here. Full moon? Question mark. Um, yeah, I've known that I had to move for a while now, and things have not aligned well for me in terms of moving out. Like, I went to view one place, and the floors were uneven, and the bathroom. Let's just say it was a disgrace to all mankind. Let's just say that. I think that's fair. It's understating it, but it's fine. So they're still looking for something a little bit more upmarket. We'll see. But yeah, prices here have gone a bit crazy as well. Scott Bogwood says double full Marshall stacks in an old farmhouse. That's what you need. If you're talking to me, I'll take it. I might have to do a crowdfunding campaign for that, just for the crack. But hey, we will see how that that goes. Ramos says, Trigger Dave, don't forget the cabs and speakers. Talk to Paul at Zilla. He can set you up with a rig. That'll be a perfect match for you. Very nice. Yeah, yeah. I get, like, I know nothing about amps whatsoever, other than what I hear Glenn on Spectre Media give out about all the time. So, aside from that guy, I don't know. But yeah, I will definitely reach out to certain people once I am in the market. Glenn Bailey says, I'm Dodgy. It's another good band from the 90s, actually. They had a couple of decent hits. I liked them a little bit. So yeah, good stuff. Todd Moore is here, says, hi all, and hello, Dave. Good to see you, Todd. I hope you're well, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us. Always great to have you with us. Greg says, Scott Bogwood, hi, you know it, but I'm in for the night, chilling with y'all. Nice. Hey, everyone deserves a day off. You know, it's all good. A night off and hanging with Three Chord Dave and the crew. It's trying to come up with a cute channel subscriber name. Three Chord Dave Army, Three Chord Dave Crew. I don't know. Maybe we'll see how it goes. I'm sure Muddy will come up with an inappropriate name and tell me what it needs to be, and I'll accept it. But for now, DMAC says there are a lot of lost minds going around these days, Marcia. I can emphasize. Yeah, a lot of crazy, a lot of crazy. That's what's going on. A lot of crazy, a lot of people making crazy decisions, crazy thoughts, saying crazy things. Yeah, it's just craziness. Craziness all over. More so than there has been in recent years. Maybe just we're getting older, we feel things are a bit more crazy. Stuff like that. Todd Moore says NGD yesterday, new Gear Day, of course. Jackson, Mark, Morton, Dominion. In fact, I'll say that properly. X Dark Angel. It's a beast. And if you want to see Todd's new guitar, he popped it up in our Facebook group, so you can click the link. It should be in the description of the video. Obviously, when the stream is finished, go over to our Facebook group, join all the people in there, have some fun, post some pictures, see Todd's videos and a couple of other folks, Todd's guitars, I should say, and a couple of other folks' guitars and stuff that they're working on or that they picked up recently. A lot of cool stuff over there. You should definitely check it out. Also, if you're gonna be hanging around, you may as well. Also, I put up an incredibly funny meme the other day, so it's just, you're welcome. It was probably a 3 out of 10. That's how funny it was. My niece heard says, Glenn Bailey, old PV Bandit. I think the Boss Katana amps are good based on the reviews I have seen. I would think so. Scott Bogwood says, I can't bring myself to get smaller than 2x12. I like those dual vertical 12 cabs. That sounds like it would be heavy. I don't know. Rob says, Glenn, check out the Orange Crush line. I have an 8-inch version and I'm very happy with its travel vacation amp. Actually have 3 of them. They make good kids amps too. Very nice. I don't know if I want to amp kids, but there you go. I get what you're saying. It's all good. Yay, new comments. Where are they gone to? Where was I? No. Oh, there's that. There's super chat. Okay. YouTube, just make it so that these don't come in and like make me lose my place. Please, that'd be good. Because I know this is frustrating to watch because I've seen other people do it. And then when I go back up through the comments, I see things that make me laugh. I'm like, oh. Ah, there we go. Wayne McConnell says, hello from Canada, Dave. Thanks, Wayne. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thanks for joining us all the way from Canada. We've got a good Canadian representation in here, let's be honest. A lot of Canadian Three Chord Dave Army members. My knees hurt says, I have about 30 house plants and some veggie plants outside. I eat none of the veggies that I grow. Well, there you go. That's, hey, um, I don't grow anything other than weeds. Not the kind Todd Moore likes, the other kind, just regular ones. Nella says, when it comes to plants, I have a black thumb. I even killed a cactus. Wow, I would probably be the same. Scott Bogfoot says, I got pumpkins and cucumbers growing. I'm not going to question you on that. That sounds interesting. Mar says, Cruz, can we pack me and Huey in a trunk? Air holes are optional. Again, that sounds like way inappropriate. Rob says, I'm with you. Now, the quickest way to kill a thriving plant is to ask me to care for it. Yep, definitely do not do that. Glenn Bailey says, I've heard a lot of good things about the Bandit. I have tried the Katana. I like it, but I'm looking for something simple. The Bandit will be looking into. Thanks. You're welcome, Glenn. I didn't recommend anything, but I think my knees hurt did. So, but I'll still say you're welcome. Pumpkins and kooks can get out of control fast. Something is worse than watermelons. I've never grown those things, so I take your word for it. And thanks for the advice. And Scott, of course, knows how to handle his garden. If you've ever watched his videos, which you should. The new Black Star solid states are getting good reviews. I'm a big fan of Katana, says DMAC. Good stuff, DMAC. Yeah, it's good advice. Yeah, the Black Stars are getting really great reviews from most people, so that's probably a good way to go as well. Michael Watson's here. Great to see you, Michael. So, evening, Dave. Hope all is well. Doing well, Michael. Thank you. I hope you were doing well also. Rob says, Marcia, there's still cabins available. Imagine that if there was a whole Three Chord Dave cruise group that all got on the same cruise and just took over. That'd be sweet. I mean, I think it's called hijacking, but we'd probably get away with it. It'd be fine. What kind of army are we talking? Like a cool army. I don't know. Ben Larson says, Advo, is the neck twisted or has it developed a relief that can't be adjusted with the truss rod? If not, it might just be need a fretboard oiling. I don't know which kind of guitar though. Yeah, good advice, Benny. Absolutely. Glenn says he will investigate the Orange 2. Thanks. You're welcome, Glenn. Again, I didn't do anything, but you are welcome. Rob says, did they have any red SG? Was that I don't know if that's someone specific, Rob, but hopefully red SGs are cool. Nella says, Glenn, the best thing about Bandits is that they can be had for cheap. Even old USA made ones. Shane from In the Blues loves them. It's a great channel as well. You should watch Shane. He is an Aussie guitar dude, and he's a lefty. So I know there's a few lefties in here. He's someone you should watch. He's very cool. Greg McFadden says, the Line 6 Catalyst gets great reviews and didn't sound bad when I tried one. Yeah, those look very cool. Never played one, but it sounds cool. Todd Moore says, Glenn, I have a Fender Champion 40 that I use for practice. Pretty good sound and digital effects. Loud, but not brutally so, like my stack amp, which is cool. There you go. I got to take a beverage break. Nella says, wear a strap when playing a V or modern while sitting down. I don't have a strap attached to my V, so I wouldn't say it's a necessity unless you're not wearing it, not sitting with your V the same way that I do. And the way I do is because of the way Muddy H2O told me to. He was like, this is how you sit with a V, dude. He told me lots of good advice. So yeah, you should. I mean, look, if it's more comfortable, whatever way is more comfortable for you, that's the way to play it, but they're very cool. Martian Murray says, I like a classical position. Yeah, exactly. You can see there's Dave Mustaine did a thing with the LA orchestra of some description, and you can see him playing it in the way that I'm describing. It doesn't have a flying V, is it? Jackson V, I think, when he's doing that one. Number one says, lol, that was awesome, standing up with the strap on. That's not what I meant, but funny, yeah. D-Max says, Rob, it's faded kind of red, not deep red like the standard. Nice, nice. Gurgen Fan says, maybe try a used Fender Tone Master Deluxe Reverb locally for around $500 to $600. Yeah, that'd be a good deal. Rob F says, Nell, I'm so paranoid about dropping my guitars that I always have a strap on even when playing and sitting. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, hey, it's all good. If that makes you feel more comfortable, that's good. Glenn says to Todd, I made an offer on Champ 40 today and never got a response. Otherwise, I would have had a Champ today, and that is where I'm leaning toward. There you go. Yeah, I hate when people don't respond when you make an offer. Trogley's done that to me. So I know we talked a little bit about him last week, and there was some strong opinions. My strongest opinion about him is I wish he would have answered my offer at that time a couple of years ago, but it's all good. Now that says the new V that I bought in 2020 hasn't lost any value. Very good, yeah. I mean, the people who like V's like them, and so they do tend to keep their value pretty well, I think, from what I can see. Rob says, DMAC, does the store sell online? If so, what's the name? There you go. Good question. Just gonna steal in there. Todd Moore says, someone did combine the V and SG? Zach Wild, Warhammer. Yeah, I know, but that's not. He did it wrong. So, just saying, did it wrong. Don't like to be critical of Zach Wild because he pound me into the ground by looking at me, but still, just didn't do it right. It's pretty cool, but it's no, I did it wrong. Anyways, we'll talk about that another time. I will talk about that genuinely in a video in the future, but because there's something I'm getting at, something I'll talk about soon. Scott Bogman says, I can't get a birthday serial number guitar, but I heard that they did stamp necks on Boxing Day. They may have, yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Wait, it's cryptic. Does that mean you're a 25th of December person? I had a friend once who was born on the 25th of December, and it was always kind of weird trying to organize birthday parties and stuff at that time. Anyways, Todd Moore says, Glenn Bailey, I think you will be happy with it if you get one. And Glenn says they combined a V and SG. Zach Wild. I know, but you guys are thinking about it wrong. So I don't know, I'm being very cryptic and not actually giving you information, but trust me, there's another more basic way of doing it, and that's what I'm talking about. And I'll tell you more soon, in a few weeks. Keep your hats on. Benny Larson says, stepped out into the vitamin D. There you go, Dave. The doctor prescribed me mine. Yeah, I know. I don't, as an Irish person, we don't generally see the sun. It tends to go everywhere else in the world, but here. So stepping out into the sunshine is a bit strange for me. But yeah, I had to actually walk around town yesterday with people there. So weird. So yeah, it was a good time. Nobody got injured. Pretty tame, to be honest. Robert says, nice rhyme, 134, Dave's at the door. I've heard worse rhymes about me. Okay, here we go again. Scott Buck, I'm correct in thinking that the SGV existed before Zach got one. Actually, it's a good question. So yeah, possibly. I'm not actually 100% sure, but he has his whole thing with his own guitar company, right? Where they did something similar. Muddy HO saying wave for some reason. I don't know if he's trying to signal something, but there you go. Mark says, yeah, Muddy, yes, Dave now said it. No, I didn't. Didn't say it. I didn't say it. I didn't say the channel. I'm not going to say in channels. If anyone is trying to say in future that I suggested that their specific channel that they like or that they run or whatever did something that is immoral, I did not say that. Muddy did. I just didn't disagree with him. Rabbi says, hey Muddy, how's the blues guitar? Yes, Muddy, give us an update please on your blues guitar, or is it blue guitar? Because you know that is the superior color for guitars. Formerly known as T says 10:22, time for beer number 2. Oh crap, 35 minutes behind. All right, thanks T. Richard Clark says, I actually said standing up with a strap on, and now the picture is stuck in my head. Sorry, Richard. It was an unintentional one. There you go. Muddy says they got the Blues being busy doing housework. Haven't had a chance to play them in a bit. It's disappointing, but hey, what can you do? Steve Cassidy says yes, mate. Back to school, first Saturday off in Youngstown. Here, 4 to 3 Gord Dave Saturday night experience. Thank you, Steve. Love it, man. Love it when you get to spend the time with us. Yeah, it's all good. And look, I gotta be honest, right? Steve says really nice things about me in his live stream, which means I love him. So people say nice things about me. I love them a lot. So Steve also makes great YouTube videos as well, which I enjoy. So and he's a good dude. And did I say he says nice things about me? That's why he's my favorite. Formerly known as T says money. I think he bought it for the Taylor Swift cardboard cutout. Wait. That was a last week only thing. Anyone who's not here does not know about that. And is not likely to unless they watch the show. Yeah, it was a one-time only deal. And it's too late now. Rob says I plan to bring my P90 Mustang and the battery-powered mini katana with a 1x8 orange cab on the cruise. Very cool. I'm sure, listen, if that kind of cruise, I'm sure they're expecting people to bring guitars and have fun with them. So yeah, you will have no problems. I'm sure it'll be great. Muddy says, for your information, I'm available to be purchased if any YouTubers here want to make their channel much cooler. Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm going to say, Muddy being here makes the show a lot more fun and interactive. He's an what do you call it? Person who attends the show. So yeah, it's good. I like that. T says, Rob F, I like the way you think, my friend. And Rob F says, bummer Muddy, one has to always find time for your guitars or the blues set in. Indeed, you don't play guitar, you get the blues, then you can play them on your guitar. Glenn says, I'm not an introvert, I just don't like people. It's exactly how it should be summed up. I should get a tattoo with that on me, actually. Steve Cassidy says, yeah, people can be difficult to navigate. Yeah, see, I was counting up the people in your videos, sir, and I was like, wow, I would be uncomfortable with all those new people that I don't know. My job at Squarespace that I recently left, so we got some new people started around December, not last year, but the year before. And that was fine. I put up with them. Got to know a couple of them pretty well. Liked them. It's not good. And then a few months later, we got more new people. Didn't really get to know them so well. A couple of them, I was like, yeah, you seem sketchy. But I'm just not. I said to one of my coworkers, oh, God, we got the new people starting today. And they didn't like me saying that. I just, just new people. Ugh. Anyway, just kidding. If you're new to this stream, by the way, I love you. Hit the like button and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, I mean, in those situations, you got to teach people that they're going to make a mess of stuff, and you're going to have to clean up after them. And be like, hey, you sent out this thing, you were completely wrong. But I'm going to say it in a way that says that you were almost right, and maybe just do this next time instead. But really, you fucked up big time. Hate having to be nice to people. Anyways, Marcia says, I'm here listening, but I'm also showing the person who was here how to pack up my laundry so it can get done. I hate not typing. It's all good. Can you tell someone how to do my laundry for me and all the other things I need to do next week? Muddy says, hit the buy Muddy now button and I'll throw in a free Glenn Bailey. Limited time only. That's an interesting combo right there. Muddy and Glenn. I'd watch that show. I think that'd be pretty cool. T says, a friend used to say, I'm not racist. I hate everyone equally. Interesting. Just gonna scoop past that. Anyways. With the Intel or AMD CPU. Yeah, both of those can work. Absolutely. If I give a preference, someone will say I'm insulting them, so I'm not going to say. Uh, yeah. Scott says it's all ingrained in our minds, Dave. Thanks. Glad. It's fine. Rob F says there's this TV commercial selling back to school stuff to the Christmas song Most Wonderful Time of Years. I've been humming the tune all week long. Please never let me see that ad. That would be terrible. Glenn Bailey says, I'd rather see the Sex Pistols in England next month than Oasis. The Sex Pistols are playing in England? I mean, it's one of those bands like that I wouldn't want to see now because they're not the Sex Pistols anymore. It's the same with Thin Lizzy. Like, I mean, there's Thin Lizzy still play gigs, but I have no interest in going to see Thin Lizzy as they currently are. But maybe I'm missing out or something. Who knows? I probably shouldn't have said that on YouTube. People will give me shit if I do go see them now. And everyone says a new Ticketmaster would fucking ruin the Oasis ticket prices. I hate Ticketmaster so much. Yeah, they're basically jerks. But you know, I think people are getting whipped up for this whole Oasis thing because they think there's only the UK and Ireland gigs announced at the minute, and there's a lot of like there's going to be more gigs announced after these ones sell out and stuff. So I think people are getting all worked up and upset about things that they'll get another chance. Don't worry about it. I don't think it's going to be a one-time thing only. It's like Guns N' Roses got back together and loads of people were freaking out. And as they get back together, Duff and Slash rejoined the band, and people were freaking out. And I've seen them twice in that time. Other people have seen them a lot more. You know, they're going to do another tour next year. There's going to be lots of times to see Guns N' Roses, and there's going to be lots of times to see Oasis. I'm pretty sure. I mean, they might break up 7 or 8 times in the meantime. And yeah, that's what I think. But anyway, why did I talk about that? The all Oasis thing, yeah. Anyways, Oasis are some people like them, some people don't. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of shit at those gigs, by the way. Rob F says, "Agree, Glenn. I'm not up to shows with more than 2,000 peoples. Just for the people who run the 3 Arena in Dublin. I'm not up for shows where you sell Murphy's instead of Guinness. So if you could change that for me, that'd be great. Having been to 2 shows there in the last 15 years. D-Mac says, Rob F, I think they call the color cherry satin. Cherry satin's a beautiful color. I like it. Number 1 says it's Guitar Max. There, I've said it. I said last week it's not Guitar Max. I mean, as far as I'm aware, he's not one of the people I'm talking about. And after, I think somebody said that. It might have been you, number 1. I'm not sure. Said it last week. I did go and check his channel just to see, hey, maybe he is. And I don't think so. I think Max is, look, Max is one of those where some people love him, some people don't. Very little in between. And I think he's a good dude. I really do. Now, I could be wrong. I don't watch him religiously, but I think he's a good dude. I'll do some investigating on a lot of the channels if people want me to. But anyways, I'm going to say nothing more. But I don't believe that Max is at this current time. So Max, if you're watching this and someone said that, I said it. I didn't say it. That was number 1 there, not me. Benny says, hey, Trigger Dave. Zach Wild already combined an SG and a Flying V. I'm not so sure. It's my favorite design of his, though. P.S. I'm a bit behind right now. It's all good, Benny. Don't worry about it, man. Yeah, I know about that. It's just I have something different in mind. And I shall talk to you about it soon. Glenn says, I heard today that David Gilmour will be playing a few Pink Floyd songs on his upcoming tour. Yeah. I have thoughts on that. Yeah, we'll have to we'll see how that goes. Scott Bogwood says, Dave, what's the name of the YouTube track? I couldn't tell you, Scott. Let's see, it just says music file 1 on the thing. I can't check it right now. Can I? Oh, maybe where's music? There. This might start playing music that's copyrighted if I open this. I hope it doesn't. Shit, there's a lot of songs in there. Recently added? No. Okay. Okay, so I think it might be called Come On Out by Dan Leibowitz. And if it's not that, it's called American Idol by RKVC. So Come On Out by Dan Leibowitz or American Idol, as in IDLE, by RKVC. Or if it's not those, it's called. No, it's not that. Surely it's not that. If it's not that, it's called. Huh, Unknown Artist. No, I don't think that's what it is. I don't know what that is. Where's my chat gone? It's all gone. There we go. Greg McFadden says, new gear day. Finally got the Ultimate 335 recently at Gibson Custom Shop, Murphy Lab, 130th anniversary, 1958 ES 335 in Tri-Burst. I wish every guitar had this neck. But then that one wouldn't be special, sir. But if it's very cool, sounds nice. 1958 ES 335. All agreeable, sir. All agreeable. Very cool. People saying thumbs up to Muddy. Listen, I'm not saying that channel that Muddy said in the super chat, because this is something being reminded as I'm going through here. I'm not saying names. I'm just not disagreeing with names, or maybe I am. I don't know. Because I did disagree with Max. Anyways, rolling on really quickly here. Glenn Bailey says, I hit a milestone on my channel this week. Steve Cassidy Guitars became my 100th subscriber. Thank you, Steve. And I thank you, Scott Bugfoot, for pushing my channel. That gave me a bunch of subs. Nice stuff, dudes. I like it. I like it a lot. Glenn, you are very much deserve all that and more. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing your stuff with us. And 100 subscribers. It's not an easy task to do that. So well done, sir. Yeah, you should actually genuinely feel very proud of that. It's a big achievement hitting 100, I believe. On to the next 100, and I'm sure it'll come a lot quicker for you because that's what tends to happen. Greg McFadden says, hope Oasis come to the States. Saw them back in 98. Yeah, I think that's coming next. They're apparently doing a world tour. You know what that means. US, Canada, Australia, maybe some big Asian cities, and then back to Europe again. We'll see how it goes though. I don't think they're going to be just a handful of shows. I think there's going to be lots. But they'll just release a few shows and then make it, scarce. The tickets are scarce, so people jump through hoops to buy them and pay Ticketmaster's ridiculous pricing. Rabbi says, number one, I have hopes that sooner or later the antitrust division of the US Department of Justice will go after Live Nation and Ticketmaster. I mean, that's great, but outside of the US, they still will be able to do all the shady things that they're doing, even if they do that. And there are certain laws in Europe that they're circumventing as well with their in-demand pricing, which technically doesn't break any laws, but is very morally corrupt. Anyways, Glenn Bailey says, oh yeah, I read that one out already. Number one says, lol, I love how much this is eating Dave's soul. He's just struggling with having to stay silent. Anyways, Marty says, let's make a full list of channels and post Dave's pick along with the quote. Says, I will neither confirm nor deny any channel he suggests. Yeah. Steve Cassidy says, there's a guitar channel I'm almost certain is buying subs, views, and likes. If they bought comments too, I wouldn't suspect a thing. Steve, you mentioned that, and that's what got me thinking about this a few weeks ago. Drop me a line, man. Tell me which channel. We need to come together on this. We need to get all the dudes into doing it. Look, there's part of me is like, if I ever decide to just shut down this channel, I might buy 100,000 subscribers so I can get plaque for the wall and be like, hey, I did have a YouTube channel at one point. But also it would be stolen valor because I would never have got that. So there you go. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like it's more rampant than we actually realize. I spoke to somebody who's not a guitar YouTuber but is around YouTube channels a lot. And he told me a lot of big channels, they will push out, like they will buy lots of views, particularly in the first 24, 48 hours of their video going live. And these are like the big YouTubers, like millions of subscribers on various genres and stuff, that they do it because it pumps up their number of views, and that's means they will get more generic views, not more generic views, more organic views, and it comes back to them in ways like that. But yeah, it like when you're a small channel and you're inflating your numbers like that, it's not doing you well, man. It's not. I don't want to go into too much, but Steve, let me know. Send me a WhatsApp there with the info. We can exchange channels. I'll tell you who it is. You're fine. You just don't tell anyone that I said it. Muddy H2O says, I see Blur every Saturday night at 10 p.m. Irish time. It's good to have you back, Muddy. I love you and I miss you, and I'm glad that we're friends again after the incident where you didn't buy the blue Flying V. Anyways, number one says, Rob, yes, at least it's on their radar and being recognized as an issue. Step number one. Steve Cassidy Guitar says, but buying the stuff is poor form, in my opinion. I agree with you, Steve. I think it's shitty, and especially to the point where, and this is the channel that this is in relation to a particular channel, especially when you. So the channel that I'm talking that I have a particular issue with, there's one that I really, really have an issue with, and they, I think, really have maybe 15,000 subscribers, genuine. So they do have a channel where they can get views, they can make money off it. Not a lot of money because that's not what YouTube does, but they were building a decent channel, size, audience size, all that sort of stuff. It was just taking a long time, and I think they turned to the dark side and they pumped up those numbers like 10 times, and it's very obvious. Like they put out a video and they barely get 2,000 views ever, and when they do, instead of getting like 5,000 views, they get 80,000 views. You know what's happened there? They just bought views. And you can tell because when they do that, they get like 16 comments, but they've like 80,000 views. That's not possible. So, anyways, it's a long story. I'm just, as number one said, I can't talk about it, and it's eating me up a little bit. Eric Lopez, great to see you, sir. Says good afternoon from stormy South Texas. Hey, if you're over there in stormy areas, take care and be safe, sir, and everybody, of course. That part of the world I know can be treacherous. I still have a fear of tornadoes after being in that, Oklahoma gave me fear of tornadoes, but and some PTSD, but that's a whole other story. William Fire says, I going to see Oasis, no Oasis. There you go. I like it, sir. I like it. Glenn says, to what's his face? No, Rob says to what's his face, Glenn, you have a channel, one moment, just subscribed. Nice. Muddy says, Steve Cassidy Guitar, I'm a troublemaker, just ignore me. He is a troublemaker, but that's why we love him. Advo says, Fat Man Scoop passed away. That's sad to hear. But there you go. Yeah, there you go. Thanks for sharing. Let me see, what else have we got here. We're getting moist in Arkansas too, says number one. And I feel like that's a weather report. So I'm going to just go on to Scott Bogwood, who says, always happy to do that, Glenn. Keep making more videos, even if it's just talking or rants. Doesn't have to be reviews and cost money. True. Look at my channel. just talk about things. That's all I do. And then people go, does Dave actually play guitar? Like I do sometimes. Most days, in fact. Glenn says, Steve Cassidy Guitar, you made my day that afternoon. There you go. Many ways you could do such a thing. Ramaf says, Muddy, I see blurs every time I try to read without my glasses. Me too. That's very strong. I connect with you on that, sir. Yeah. Marcia says, I'm probably the only person here who would know about Fat Man Scoop as a resident Bronxite. R.I.P. to him. I mean, how dare you? How dare you say that? But yeah, R.I.P. I'm not really gonna further comment on that. Money H2O says, Rob, that's my preferred way of watching Trinity College Dublin. I don't know why he's bringing up academic institutes, but yeah. Vincent Doyle says, was at REM in Slane Castle 1995. I think I got sent a photo of me and my mates at the gigs. Oasis was playing in the background. Mad to think of the bands you thought you'd never seen. That's cool, Vincent. Yeah, it's one of those. Slane always had really good support acts when, well, particularly in the 90s. There were some sensational lineups in the 90s, early 2000s as well. But yeah, I didn't go to REM at Slane. There was a time though where um, REM were playing. I think it might have been a few years later. REM were playing in Lansdowne Road. I don't think it was Aviva yet. I think it was still Lansdowne Road. And we all had tickets. A lot of my friends had tickets, and then I started seeing a girl who lived like down the road from Lansdowne Road, like literally 5 minute walk, and we went to her house and sat in the garden listening to REM playing just down the road. It was pretty fun, and we had a great time. And our beers did not cost as much as they would have in Lansdowne Road. So there you go. And I've still never been to a gig there. But yeah, REM, hey. And yeah, with Oasis playing, that would have been fun. Would have been fun. I've seen a lot of pictures of them at Slane this week floating around from that gig. So that's pretty cool, man, to have in your back pocket. Glenn says, I have an idea for a new video. It's about YouTubers who constantly offend me and my like of black guitars. Sir, if you want an interview for that, I'm open to. We can do a video chat or something. I'm happy to oblige you there. But you know I love you, sir. You know I love you. Scott Bogwood says, hey, Vincent, cheers. Good to see you. Indeed it is. Steve Cassidy says, Muddy, says, mate, I must have missed something. I'd never ignore you, though. It's fine. Sometimes he gets off on the old ignoring, so it's all good. Sorry, I mean he enjoys the ignoring, I should say. Money says, Marshall, let me clear my throat and say you are not the only one. See, I knew he was going to say that. Marshall, that's really funny, Vincent Doyle. You probably had a few too many when Oasis hit the stage. Wonderwall does that. That's a horrendous stereotype of young Irish people having a few too many. It's possible. It's just I mean, most of the time whenever I went sleighing, it was always a good time. The beer was flowing, but they made you walk for it. You had to go through mazes and everything at one point. They stopped doing that because they're like, oh, this is not worth anyone's time. But anyways, those are the days. Maneezer says, I'm making a bunch of ravioli tomorrow. Nice. Call me tomorrow. I like ravioli, man. Glenn Bailey says, Chris was the official Three Go Dave chef. Yeah, absolutely. I miss Chris coming in telling us what he was making and being jealous of both his culinary skills and his food that he was about to eat. He's a good dude, Chris. I miss him. And actually, he's a shining example of why I try to defer any political talk on the channel. Um, I'm perfectly honest with you here, right? I don't care which candidates you support, which parties you support, who you are, what you do. If you like guitars and you want to talk about guitars and music and stuff, that's what we're here for. None of the other crap. It doesn't matter to me. Um, you know, but it gets people so riled up and worked up, and then people fall out. And someone like Chris is a good dude. He's gone. He's gone a long time, and I miss him coming in and actually would make me hungry during the show. So it's pretty sad, but hey, there we go. This is the way it goes. So that's why we shouldn't talk about politics on this show. So please, no more fights in the chat because I don't know what they're going on, by the way. So it's a whole other thing. Rob F says, I noticed this week that YouTube adverts now have next button and the total interruption has gotten over 30 plus seconds. I'm still too stubborn to pay for YouTube Premium. Yeah, sir, I agree with you. I do believe, I think I've stated this before. I believe there should be a point as a YouTube creator where they're just like, you're on YouTube Premium now because you create for the platform. It like when I work for Apple, when I work for Squarespace, and work for lots of other companies, you get like a benefits package, a perks package. There's all these things you get. Most of them you never use. When you're creating for YouTube, they give you not a whole lot. They could just be like, here, you have YouTube Premium. But not everyone can do that, of course. Everyone's got lots of stuff to do and is busy and stuff like that. And what I would say is, yeah, the ad. I think Spotify do this very well. Spotify make ads that are so fucking annoying that you're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna pay for premium. It's exactly what happened to me. I listen to music on Spotify most of the time. I have Spotify Premium. I will always have Spotify Premium because their ads fucking drive me insane. So it's a smart business. Make annoying ads that can't be skipped. There you go. Number one says, I got a text from a wrong number 4 days ago, and we just kept it going for the next 3 days. A Filipino entrepreneur that owns a medical spa in LA and is 20 years younger. Am I being catfished, or are you catfishing them, sir? That is the question we need to know. Uh, Possibly, maybe, who knows? I mean, just be careful. Um, there's a YouTube channel, I think it's called Catfished, and it's really funny. It's people thinking that like Jennifer Aniston has texted them out of the blue on Facebook and is now their girlfriend. Stuff like that, like all these celebrities and stuff. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. If Jennifer Aniston texts you, it's not real. Mar says, "Oh wait, I should have known Muddy would be familiar with the scoop on Fat Man. Though Dave is deaf, going to be like, what the fuck? This is slowly becoming a hip hop and rap channel. Dave needs a cool DJ name. Three Chord Dave is a cool DJ name. What the Marcia, you get every week you just get further and further away from that coveted moderator position, by saying such terrible things about me. Cool DJ name, I got one. Master Three Chord Dave. Rabbit says my knees hurt. I watched much more YouTube on my TV than computer or phone. I tend to watch a lot on my computer. I have it going in the background when I'm working on things. Fabian Rodas says, "Can you please send me the info for the NAM show?" Fabian, my email address is in the bottom of the description. Drop me an email, I'll send it on to you, no problem. Because I have an email and like with all the instructions for what to do. So if you just bottom of every single description on all the videos on my channel, I'm pretty sure on the live stream as well. But if it's not there, right at the very bottom, click on any of my videos, go down to the bottom of the description. My email is there. Send me an email. I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and I'll send you the information. No problem, my friend. Todd Moore says, I'm grilling at Porterhouse tonight and drinking Guinness Stout Draft. Very good, sir. Very good. Slodge, cheers. Hope you enjoy it. Number one says, to Glenn, my most recent purchase was black, very black. I'm on your side. I mean, hey, everyone has the opportunity to buy dull, boring stuff if they want. Manizer says, I'm on a Chromebook and I'm stuck with Chrome browser. I hate ads so much. They make me angry AF. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Does anyone know if the Squire Sonic Telecasters are thick enough to take a standard tele control plate, pots, and a switch? I don't know for sure, but I'd imagine they would be, because I'd assume that they would have thought that a lot of people will use them as mod platforms. So yeah, I would definitely think so. But you know what? I reckon Colin's going to do a proper review at some point very soon, I'd say, and I would imagine that's something he'll be checking for, because he did mention something about using it as a mod platform, and it's a telly, the one he got, so pretty sure. Scott Bogwood says, I installed a downloader on my TV, then downloaded the ad-free YouTube app, no ads ever, and linked to my account. Works perfectly, just like normal app, and everyone should just disregard the last 10 seconds of what I said. YouTube can decide to delete my channel if I'm promoting such things, so I'm not promoting it. Don't ever use that, it's terrible. It's bad YouTube. Number one said, F, me too, considering dropping Netflix now just because I stay on YouTube 90% of the time. Netflix is good at times and then not good at other times, and yeah, I haven't watched stuff on Amazon in a good while. I should probably go back to that now. And yeah, there's lots of different things. Anyway, I'm gonna try. We're getting close to the end, guys. So I'm gonna try and just make sure I don't miss out a whole lot. If you have anything super important to say, make sure you tag me in it or do super chats or whatever you want to do. We've got about maybe 5 to 10 minutes. So here we go. Glenn says, we need to stick together in this stream. Dave can be brutal, especially to me. Last time I fought back with black guitars, he put me in a time. Glenn, you haven't been in a timeout in about a year, so I don't know. It might be time for one, actually. There we go. Yeah, there we go. My new Jackson is translucent black over quilt maple. That's a nice finish. Todd, sounds very nice indeed. My newsletter says Staroperaman Brewery in the Smichov district of Prague, there you go, was the second largest brewery in Czech Republic. It was founded in 1869, and the brand name Strepreman literally means old spring. There you go. We learn something new every day on this channel. Number one says, I've never seen outsourcing be better. True. Let's see what else we got. Try and get through things now. And so again, make sure I don't miss anybody in the chat. And I know YouTube's going to dump a load of comments in on me as well. Feels like the Black Guitars conversation happened about 3 hours ago. Is that how far behind he is? I mean, I can only be a maximum of an hour and a half behind. Bailey says, I think Muddy says Dave has a man crush on Slash more than he is a GNR fan. I can say that because Dave won't be here in the chat for another hour. Glenn, come on, man. No, I've been a Guns N' Roses fan since I was like 8 years old. So I can like legitimately was walking around listening to Appetite when I was 8 years old. So there you go. Wait. I remember that night when things got out of hand too fast. Glenn, I don't want. Let's not recap that. It's all good. Mars says, yeah, I wondered why creators don't get free YouTube Premium and other perks, but it's not surprising when they give fractions of pennies to creators too. True. And yeah, I mean, honestly, they do take a whole lot of money that YouTubers should get. They should give us at least twice as much. Every YouTuber should be getting paid twice as much as they do, but YouTube takes it all. TSB says, I used to have a sweet performer telecast, but my wife got do I get in trouble if I read that out on YouTube? It got blood all over it. Clots everywhere. Well, TSB should be more careful with the placement of your guitars. Take care of your tellies for sure in the future. I'm still waiting for them to release the Squire vibe, classic vibe, Dick Nasty signature model. I mean, you might be waiting a while. So here we go. Mars says maybe DJ 3-Chord Dave. Where's that comment gone? Works. Not sure. 3-Chord Dave. DJ 3-Chord Dave rolls off the tongue easily. Wasn't there a DJ Irish? Not sure if he's still around, but that's too obvious. Nah, I try not to go by Irish as a name. So anyways, 100% Benny. This dog is one of those one in a lifetime ones in all sorts of ways. He even picks up things that he accidentally knocks over without the commands. Well, there you go. That is pretty impressive. Let's have a quick look at this. I'm just gonna, there we go. You got yourself 10 minutes. Should we get that checked out? Likewise, keep the comments cool or you'll be gone. Timeout has been attributed to TSB. One can have a crush on Slash at 8. Just I didn't know what a crush was until I was like 12. Reminiscing now about those days. Anyways, I think we're at the bottom of the chat. Cool. It worked out pretty well. This wasn't too bad. There we go. You figured out this is a family program. Yes. What kind of? Thanks for another great stream, Dave. Thanks, Glenn. Love you, man. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out and having a good time on the Saturday night live stream with me. Yeah, it's been cool. Listen, I do want to say just about the whole buying subs thing. It's not a cool practice that some channels are doing. It is becoming a thing. It is a thing that I think is stupid, and that's why I brought it up. But I'm not confirming or denying any particular channels. I'm not going to get into discussions about particular channels. I think if you check them out, you'll be, once you know the parameters of what to look for, you can spot it. And I would say, look, if you guys want to call out channels, do it. Absolutely. Don't bring my name up though, because they don't like it. Anyway, guys, you know I love you. It's super cool. Got the outro music coming up for you right now. But my name is 3-Chord Dave. I'll be back with another guitar related video very soon, possibly. But until then, my friends, take care of yourselves.